that these divine luminaries seem to be confined at times to specific designations and attributes, as you have observed and are now observing, is due solely to the imperfect and limited comprehension of certain minds. Otherwise, they have been at all times, and will through eternity continue to be, exalted above every praising name, and sanctified from every descriptive attribute. The quintessence of every name can hope for no access unto their court of holiness, and the highest and purest of all attributes can never approach their kingdom of glory. Immeasurably high are the prophets of God, exalted above the comprehension of men, who can never know them except by their own selves. Far be it from his glory that his chosen ones should be magnified by any other than their own persons. Glorified are they above the praise of men, exalted are they above human understanding. The term sons hath many a time been applied in the writings of the immaculate souls unto the prophets of God, those luminous emblems of detachment. Among those writings are the following words recorded in the prayer of Nudbi: "Whither are gone the resplendent suns? Whereunto have departed those shining moons and sparkling stars?" Thus it hath become evident that the terms sun, moon, and stars primarily signify the prophets of God, the saints, and their companions, those luminaries, the light of whose knowledge hath shed illumination upon the worlds of the visible and the invisible. In another sense, by these terms is intended the divines of the former dispensation, who live in the days of the subsequent revelations, and who hold the reins of religion in their grasp. If these divines be illumined by the light of the latter revelation, they will be acceptable unto God, and will shine with a light everlasting. Otherwise, they will be declared as darkened, even though to outward seeming they be leaders of men, inasmuch as belief and unbelief, guidance and error, felicity and misery, light and darkness are all dependent upon the sanction of him who is the daystar of truth. Whosoever among the divines of every age receiveth in the day of reckoning the testimony of faith from the source of true knowledge, he verily becometh the recipient of learning, of divine favour, and of the light of true understanding. Otherwise, he is branded as guilty of folly, denial, blasphemy, and oppression. It is evident and manifest unto every discerning observer that even as the light of the star fadeth before the effulgent splendour of the sun, so doth the luminary of earthly knowledge, of wisdom and understanding vanish into nothingness when brought face to face with the resplendent glories of the Sun of Truth, the daystar of divine enlightenment. That the term sun hath been applied to the leaders of religion is due to their lofty position, their fame and renown. Such are the universally recognized divines of every age, who speak with authority and whose fame is securely established. If they be in the likeness of the Sun of Truth, they will surely be accounted as the most exalted of all luminaries. Otherwise, they are to be recognized as the focal centers of hellish fire. Even as he saith, "Verily, the sun and the moon are both condemned to the torment of infernal fire." You are no doubt familiar with the interpretation of the terms sun and moon mentioned in this verse. No need, therefore, to refer unto it. And whosoever is the element of this sun and moon, that is, followeth the example of these leaders in setting his face toward falsehood and in turning away from the truth, he undoubtedly cometh out of the infernal gloom and returneth thereunto. And now, O seeker, it behoveth us firmly to cling unto the Urvutul Vathka, that perchance we may leave behind the darksome night of error, and embrace the dawning light of divine guidance. Shall we not flee from the face of denial, and seek the sheltering shadow of certitude? Shall we not free ourselves from the horror of satanic gloom and hasten toward the rising light of the heavenly beauty? In such wise we bestow upon you the fruit of the tree of divine knowledge, that ye may gladly and joyously abide in the Rizvan of divine wisdom. In another sense, by the terms sun, moon, and stars are meant such laws and teachings as have been established and proclaimed in every dispensation, such as the laws of prayer and fasting. These have accorded to the law of the Qur'án, been regarded, when the beauty of the Prophet Muhammad had passed beyond the veil, as the most fundamental and binding laws of his dispensation. To this testifieth the text of the traditions and chronicles, which on account of their being widely known, need not be referred to here. Nay rather, in every dispensation, the law concerning prayer hath been emphasized and universally enforced. To this testify the recorded traditions ascribed to the light that have emanated from the day star of truth, the essence of the Prophet Muhammad. The traditions established the fact that in all dispensations the law of prayer hath constituted a fundamental element of the revelation of all the prophets of God, a law the form and the manner of which hath been adapted to the varying requirements of every age, inasmuch as every subsequent revelation hath abolished the manners, habits, and teachings that have been clearly, specifically, and firmly established by the former dispensation. These have accordingly been symbolically expressed in the terms of sun and moon, that he might prove you which of you excel in deeds. Moreover, in the traditions, the terms sun and moon have been applied to prayer and fasting, even as it is said, fasting is illumination, prayer is light. One day, a well-known divine came to visit us. While we were conversing with him, he referred to the above-quoted tradition. He said, "Inasmuch as fasting causeth the heat of the body to increase, it hath therefore been likened unto the light of the sun. And as the prayer of the night season refresheth man, it hath been compared unto the radiance of the moon." Thereupon, we realized that the poor man had not been favored with a single drop of the ocean of true understanding, and had strayed far from the burning bush of divine wisdom. We then politely observed to him, saying, "The interpretation your honour hath given to this tradition is the one current amongst the people. Could it not be interpreted differently?" He asked us, "What could it be?" We made reply, "Muhammad, the seal of the prophets, and the most distinguished of God's chosen ones, hath likened the dispensation of the Qur'án unto heaven, by reason of its loftiness, its paramount influence, its majesty, and the fact that it comprehendeth all religions. And as the sun and moon constitute the brightest and most prominent luminaries in the heavens, similarly, in the heaven of the religion of God, two shining orbs have been ordained, fasting and prayer. Islam is heaven, fasting is its sun, prayer its moon."